So I'm gonna do like a Maria Speaks series. So my first segment, I'm gonna talk about like my college life. So this is gonna be the college series of Maria Speaks. So Maria Speaks, the college series. Yeah, that's cute. So I'm going to start with my freshman year and what that was like. So I don't know, I guess some of you probably know from like seeing my other videos and follow me on Instagram that I went to the illustrious Alabama A&M University in Huntsville, well, Normal, Alabama to be specific. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so like I was saying, I went to Alabama A&M. Actually, I ended up majoring in sociology and I had a minor in criminal justice. First, I'm going to start with, and it was not my first pick. My first pick was actually to go to USC in California. However, Mama did not want me to go that far. She thought it was way too far because I'm from Maryland, so going clear across the country, you know, she worried about her baby. I didn't care. I wanted to go. So I had to go where I either had like a lot of family or close enough where I could drive home. So I ended up going to Alabama A&M because I have family in Alabama. So it was either between Clark Atlanta or A&M. So I ended up just going to A&M. Plus, like, my mom actually went to A&M. So that kind of made me feel better about the school, I guess, so to speak. So when I got there, I had like one cousin in Huntsville. The rest of my family was like an hour and a half away, like in the Birmingham area. I don't want to say they were in Birmingham because they weren't, but they were not too far from Birmingham. They were actually from like this like really small town in Alabama called Cordova. I don't know if anybody's heard of that, but if you have, shout out to you. So yeah, I would like go visit my family quite a bit. So that was actually a good thing. I did like the fact that I had family close by because I was able to get some food, and not just like oodles and noodles, but you know, like food, especially, you know, like when the holidays came and I didn't go home, honey, that food definitely came in handy. How I made friends, actually pretty sad, but how I made friends was that like I used to sit down in like the lobby area of my dorm and like just sit and like observe people, and like people would just end up talking to me or, you know, engaging me in conversation. So my first like group of friends were guys, actually. Like I was the only girl that hung out with them most of the time, because like I knew I didn't know any girls, like for real I didn't. My roommate, of course, was a girl, but she was like hardly like ever in the room because she was from Alabama, so she had, you know, like her own friends and such. But like she eventually introduced me to her friends, but that was like, I don't know, maybe like a month or so after the semester first started and whatnot. So the dorm that I stayed in on A&M's campus, both years that I stayed on campus, was West Dormitory. I stayed in the suite. When you walk in, you have like this main area. So you have like a a little like short, one of them little half refrigerators. I don't know how you're gonna have a half refrigerator for 4 people, but that's neither here nor there. So you had the sink and the microwave and the half refrigerator and like a few cabinets, and then like a sitting area with like a table and a couch. So then you had a door to your left and a door to your right, and those were 2 separate rooms. So each room had their own bathroom. So by nature, I was not trying to share a bathroom with a whole floor of people. So I said, I am only staying in this dorm. I'm not staying in a traditional dorm. I can't do it. That's the bratty only child in me. Couldn't do it. So yeah, I actually liked it there. Aside from the fact, you know, that you couldn't really like, you weren't supposed to cook, but you know, we had our own whatever going on. So my first year, I used my meal plan because I didn't have a car. For my first semester and a half, I didn't have a car. So yeah, I had no choice but to use the meal plan. My cousin, however, would come and get me and let me wash clothes at her house from time to time. So that way I didn't have to like spend like all this money washing clothes in the dorm. I still did sometimes, but whatever. So I stayed on the freshman side, of course, because I was a freshman. So yeah, like me and my roommate, you know, we started like hanging out, and so she introduced me to her friends. So I think it was maybe like September. Okay, pause. So I started college when I was 17, going on 18, because my birthday is late in the year. It's in November. So I hadn't quite turned 18 when I first started at A&M. Alright, time in. So, we were all like hanging out. I don't think it was homecoming weekend. I don't think it was my first homecoming. I don't remember. I don't know. But I just know it was like one weekend, and I want to say maybe September or October. I don't know. But this was like my first like kind of drunken experience. So, and I'm not condoning underage drinking, trust me, but this is just what I did. I'm just telling you guys about my college experience. So we went to get something to eat. It was like a group of us, my roommate and her friends, excuse me, and I was with them. So it was like a group of us. We went to get something to eat. And I want to say we probably like went to Sonic's because like I was like infatuated with Sonic because we didn't have it up here. So, and their slushies, bomb. So I want to say that's probably where we ended up going to get something to eat from. So, and then some of the people that were with us were obviously over the legal drinking age because they were able to purchase the liquor. So I want to say we had some daggone Thunderbird, okay? Which is like equivalent to Mad Dog 2020 if you've never heard of it. So it's like the cheapest of cheap. But you want a college budget, you know, you got to get what you can. So we ended up back on campus, and we were just, you know, all just sitting there drinking, talking or whatever, and music was just playing. I get out of the car. And I just started like dancing in the middle of the parking lot. Apparently I was feeling the music. So I started like dancing and like literally like twerking in the middle of the parking lot. So I was like, okay, I gotta get together. So I'm like trying to run in my heels and get my life together. And we were on the back side of the parking lot and not the freshman side. So I had to like go all the way around and go up to our room. I think we stayed on like the second floor, something like that. I don't remember, whatever. But anyway, so I come back outside to the back side. I figured out how to like cut through to the back side. Man, I'm walking, about to you know, step in the street. My heel gets caught on the curb. I almost lost my life. Oh my gosh. Like, thank God for the people that were standing around me, because my head definitely could have been like bust open to the white meat. So like I'm walking and literally, like, if this is a curve, no, we'll do it this way. If this is a curve, the front part of my shoe went like that and my heel was like this. So I'm like, y'all, I was like, oh my God. And yeah, I think it was like 2 people who caught me, and I was just like, oh crap, oh crap. That was almost my life. Like, I had a whole dramatic moment because I really thought I was about to lose my life. So I was like, oh, I'm not doing this no more anytime soon. I'm good. Like, I'm good. So, Jesus. So that was that night. We ended up like just chilling and like going back to the room or whatever. So to like continue to try to meet people, like I tried out for this hip hop dance team. Now my ass coming from a predominantly white high school, trying to do hip hop dance, yeah, that didn't mix at all at first. So like they were like, I mean like boom 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 hip hop kind of. That looked real stupid, but whatever. They were like hip hop whatever. So clearly didn't make that. So but it was cool. Like I wasn't like hurt or anything, because I was like, I know my ass was probably a little bit too stiff for what they were looking for. So like, you know, I wasn't tripping, I wasn't bugging. Cause I ended up making the dance team the following year. Not that same dance team, but a different dance team for basketball. But I'm gonna talk about that in my next segment. So so yeah, I didn't make that, but that was cool. That actually kind of helped me to continue to like focus on my studies, because I wanted to make sure that, you know, I had good grades. Like that was always my focus. And so all 4 years that I was at A&M, I was on the dean's list. I want to say maybe 3 out of the 4 years I was on the honor roll. I did slip 1 year and didn't have it together, but all my other years I was on the honor roll. So I made sure my grades were kept up. So that, you know, so that kind of helped me to do that or whatever. So yeah, what was I about to say? My phone rang and it just like messed me up. So anyway, oh yes, making more friends. That's what I was gonna go back and talk about. So literally, like, I continue to like sit in the lobby area. Like after I did my homework and all that stuff and my classwork and stuff, I would still sit in the lobby area in between classes at the end of the evening, because the cafeteria was also in my dorm. So like guys and girls would always be like in my dorm area, and we had like the computer lab and barbershop, like everything was in my dorm. So so like that's how like I continue to like make friends. And then the group of guys that I was hanging with, like they would introduce me to people and they were like so embarrassing. So apparently in college they thought I looked like Trina. No. So that was my nickname from them all 4 years. So much that they had people who didn't even know me believing my name was Trina. No. 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 So, God, my phone keeps ringing. Alright, sorry. So, like, people were like, oh, hey, like, you know, are you Trina? That's not my name. Were you talking to any of these people? Oh yeah, well, you know, I heard them call you Trina. No, they got ignored and they got told that my name was not that. But they were like really the only ones that I allowed to call me Trina. So like I was like, that's not my name, but they still call me that anyway, so I just learned to accept it. And I'm actually still friends with quite a few of them to this day. So yeah, actually I'm friends with a lot of people that I met in college to this day, which is why college was like an amazing experience for me, because I made a lot of friends. And like I said, I'm still friends with them, still close, like actually like close with quite a few of them as well. So it's definitely a good thing. I definitely enjoyed that. So my freshman year, first semester is also where I ended up meeting my first boyfriend in college. Okay. It was so crazy. So I'm on the phone with my best friend from back home and we're talking. And I'm sitting in the dorm, like downstairs in the area, because like I said, I go sit down there every day. So I'm on the phone, chatting it up. Some guy comes over to me, sound like he's speaking a foreign language at first, because I understood nothing that he was saying, like absolutely nothing. And I understood country accents very well. But this one, I understand nothing he was saying. Come to find out, he was from New Orleans. That was my first experience with a New Orleans accent. Honey, when I tell you, it took me months to understand what he was saying. Half the time we were on the phone, conversations would go like this. Hey, you know, what's up? What are you doing? Yeah, baby. Son. And then he would like ask me a question and I'd be like, huh? And then he would be like, baby, son. I'd be like, huh? And he would like, I said, baby, son. I'd be like, okay. I didn't understand that he was saying, but I was tired of saying, huh? My New Orleans impression is terrible too, by the way. So, like, it took me forever to like understand what he was saying at first. And like his really good friend, like she had a New Orleans accent, but I understood her better than I understood him. Maybe because of the baritone in his voice that I couldn't really understand him at first. But it took me forever to understand what he was saying, like forever. So, like I said, I'm on the phone and he comes up talking to me in this New Orleans accent and I'm like, and even my best friend was like, I could tell she was doing that over the phone just by what she said. She was like, what was that? I was like, girl, I don't know. And I don't know why he's in my face. Like, I'm on the phone. Like, so he said something like, get off the phone. Excuse me, sir. No, I don't know you. And I don't want to talk to you right now. So that's how that started. So we still ended up like becoming cool, obviously, because he ended up being my boyfriend. Come to find out, we had the same exact birthday. Month, day, and year. Like, that's what I mean by exact. Like, month, day, and year. So, you know, like we started hanging out more or whatever. So we didn't end up like dating for real until second semester of second semester freshman year, right before we left for summer break. Come to find out though, he only asked me because he didn't want me to date nobody else. But whatever, that's neither here nor there. I don't care. That was my boo for almost 2 years. So like I did the whole college thing kind of backwards. You know how like most people don't end up getting a boyfriend until maybe like their last year, maybe 2 years. Well, I started off with a boyfriend and then for, like I said, almost 2 years. And so then my last like year and a half, I was single, and I loved it. Oh my gosh, it was great. So, not to say like my relationship wasn't great, but just like actually like being able to like be single and not have to like worry about anybody else and worry about what I was doing and who I was talking to and who was gonna get mad and blah blah blah. Like, I was so happy to be like single and like really get like that college experience, you know. So, like I said, not to say that my relationship, you know, with him wasn't good. But, you know, when I really got to like get out there and like really be me and not the booed up me, yes, it was great. I had a wonderful time. It was so good. So, and then by the end of second semester, right before summer break, I had made like a lot of friends, like a lot. I hate to say it was mostly male, but it was mostly male. I actually like met a lot of people also like in my classes, which actually like my first like crush was in one of my classes. He was from California, and nice little chocolate thing too. And he thought I was so stuck up. That was another thing. Every time, like, my friends, so that was another thing. Like, I would always hear, like, from my friends from college, like, I thought you were so stuck up, like, before I met you. And then I realized, like, you're really cool. I was like, yeah. They were like, I mean, because you walked around just like looking so, I guess I was serving major RBF. Walking around to classes and stuff, but I'm just like, wow, am I supposed to like be walking around like, hey, I don't know you, but hey, let's start a conversation, hey. No. So, I mean, not to say like I was mean mugging, but like I don't walk around with a stupid like grin on my face. Like I just be walking. So like while I was walking to class, like I'm just like, so I don't know. But they thought that like I was so rude. So he was like, so after me and him, of course, we exchanged numbers, like, of course. And we, like, started talking, like, you know, as time went on, he was like, I really thought you were, like, stuck up in class. And I was like, oh, my gosh, no. Yeah, like, no. So, yeah. But he was like, that was bae. Like that, he was bae. And he could have been bae, but I was dealing with this other one that I was gonna get rid of for that one. But that one ended up telling me he was going back to California, so I didn't get rid of the one that I had. Not that I was cheating. No. Was not doing that at all. But we were just friends, and we would talk like that was it, that was all. But, you know, I did tell bae, you know, if you weren't going back to Cali, then it would be me and you. Maybe I expressed that too late because bae had already made up his mind about going back. Going back to the bae. That's where he went back to. So, yeah. So I was just like, well, I'm just going to stick with this one over here because you going back. But this was like after a while of us like just being friends and conversing and stuff and just hanging out and stuff. So, and like I said, like this one, like the one who I shared the birthday with, like, I don't know, we weren't like for real, for real, for real, for real. We were just like for real. If that makes sense. I don't know. But whatever. So yeah, like, and then and there was like another like really, and so back in college, I was like on this freshman year, I was on this big like, ooh, I love me a yellow bone, right? Even though Bae was like chocolate and cute, he was like the first like chocolate Bae that I was like, ooh, yes, right? But no, this other one, he was light skinned, he was tall. We had a class together second semester, and I want to say it might have been English, but honey, so we were hanging out too. But this was like before me and this one over here had like really gotten together. So me and Light Bright would hang out, because he's like yellow, like I'm like caramel, he was like lighter than me. So, but that's what I liked back then. That is what I liked. So I mean, he was just, you know, close cut. I don't want to say he was slim. He wasn't slim, but you know, he wasn't big, but he wasn't small. So he was just regular size. So we would talk too, but we were just cool. Like that was it. That was that. Like there was definitely like something there between the two of us, but it never went further than anything else, because I had this one right here. Even though I didn't have to have this one, but I had this one. So, whatever. But by the end of my freshman year, I had made a boatload of friends and quite a few eye candies, as you can tell. And things really just got better from there. To those of you watching this that are currently in college, I want to say, always stay safe. Whenever you're walking on campus, do not walk alone at night by yourself, no matter where you are. Always just be open-minded, but make sure your focus is on the books. Keep those grades up. Do whatever it is that you can do to keep your grades up. And yeah, just be fun. Make sure you party. Just live your life, but keeping the grades as your main focus, and making sure that you don't become a career student, because that's not cute. So that wraps up my first Maria Speaks segment, the college experience part 1. I hope you guys enjoyed it.